All right, so for problems number 7 and 8, we are looking at linear, or what is and what is not linear, as well as systems. So the first thing first, let's look at this. So we have y is equal to 7 times 4x. Well, oh geez, 7 times 4 is just 28, right? So we have 28x. Well, that is just linear with a slope of 28 and a y-intercept of 0. Clearly linear. The second one, we have a binomial and we're squaring it. And when we square this binomial, we're going to have to have a 2x times 2x, which will give us 4x squared. If we have an x squared, it is quadratic, and quadratic is not linear. Well, same thing with this problem. If you have an exponent on your variable, it's not linear. This one is quadratic because it's squared. The fourth problem is clearly linear, following the y equals mx plus b pattern. This is the trickiest one here. So I can appreciate why you'd say it's not linear, because it kind of looks like an inverse equation, but it's not. You'll remember an inverse equation has the variable x in the denominator. This is not in the denominator. The denominator is 2. So really what we're saying is y is equal to 1/2 x, because 1/2 times x is the same as x over 2. And then finally, if it has a variable with exponents, it's not linear. This happens to be cubic because it's to the third power. All right. This problem, we got systems again. And so it says, consider the system of equations, and it does not ask us to solve it. However, what it does ask is how many solutions. So let's go over this again. So we can have 3 different situations. So we can have a situation where we have lines that intersect in one spot. Therefore, this has one solution. And for this situation to happen, you have to have different slopes. All right. The next scenario is I could have 2 lines that are parallel. Well, parallel lines have no points of intersection, therefore there is no solution. Now, for lines to be parallel, you have to have the same slope and a different, I'm going to abbreviate different with diff, y-intercept. Because we could also have 2 lines that coincide, 2 lines that are on top of each other. And in this case, they're going to be touching all the time, so therefore there are an infinite number of solutions. And for this to happen, you have to have the same slope, because it's the same line, and the same y-intercept. So the question becomes, what do we have in this situation? Well, if I look at y equals 2x plus 2 and y equals 6x plus 2, they have the same y-intercept of 2, but they have different slopes. The top equation has a slope of 2, the bottom equation has a slope of 6. Therefore, we are in this one solution because they have different slopes. So we have exactly one solution, therefore the system, or one point of intersection, so exactly one solution. You don't have to solve it, you just have to remember about the slope piece.